เนื้อเนียนนุ่มเด้งว้าวอร่อยเต็มคำ delicious
ใหม่ Farmhouse English Bread ความสุขสดใหม่ที่มีให้กันมาตลอด
อร่อยถูกใจเรา Farmhouse Hello Aloha Welcome to Lampang baby Do you miss me? I miss you I've been away since I have a lot of work to do, but you know, I've been okay. So yeah, Yahoo! Hello everybody, it's me, Kinari Hoku at your service as always. I'm so sorry. My voice has not been healed because I used it a lot yesterday as well working. So, but I should be good in no time. I actually got some pills. I took some pills already and it should be gone in no time. So yeah, hello everybody. Konnichiwa. Hello. I'm so sorry. It took a long time to for a loading screen. But yeah, we're continuing. A's attorney investigations. Miles Edgeworth. Today, I know my voice sounds bad. Okay, wait. Okay, but I'm good. My energy is still the same. Hello, Hoku, I just woke up. Looking forward to the game. Story is getting interesting. Thank you. I know, right? We're gonna finish. I hope we have the time to finish this episode today. It shouldn't be that long. Usually, the episode gets longer and longer as the episode goes. But you know, if I'm not sure about this one though. Okay, let's start. We actually arrested the girl, the stewardess, last time. So we're gonna come to the cargo hold, which I really think is the crime scene, the actual crime scene. Okay. Wow, so this is a cargo hold, huh? Oh, Gumshoe, hello? It's so big! This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So, is this a real scene of the murder? There's certainly a high probability of that, which is why we're here, correct? Hello! Welcome. Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Okay, let's go. We're gonna investigate it. Let's go. Notice anything? This cargo hold is really big. I can't believe they can fit stuff like that in here. Of course. Detective, what are you going on about? We're in the middle of investigation. Whoa! Stop falling on me! Oh, can't really think into my work without something like this happening first. Well, let's get this show on the road, so which item do you want to start on? In this world, there are those who are masochistic, and then there's Gumshoe. Tenero's lie. So that flight attendant, Rhoda Tenero, she's a killer, isn't she? I don't think we can say for sure yet. But there certainly are a great number of things pointing us in that direction. You mean like how she didn't tell us about her buying her own suitcase? Yes, however, in regard to the keycard being stolen, I can't seem to find any evidence that she's lying about that. Exactly. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how you pose on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Aww, poor baby Gumshoe. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. This thing says to us 2 of you on top of each other. I would probably take 20 of you to... Hello! Thank you for this. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for the subscription. Oh, I'm sorry. My voice is so bad. I've been sick, really. I've been sick. I'm so sorry. Subscribe for 5 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pee, thank you. To cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What? Really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, detective. Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth. It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair. These must be all the leftover ones that they can sell. These ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over. The paint job is really cool, don't you think? Don't you think it practically screams artsy? Oh, why not purchase one then? Thank you! Thank you, Vinesh, for subscribing 3 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sure it will bring much happiness. What is it? Yeah, you're using it right, I guess. You're using it correctly. Yes. You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200? I think I'll pass. And Miss Tanero wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. Although it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments? Glass fragments? Hey, what's with the suitcase, Paul? It's what the victim checked in, sir. So this suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if he looked close. I can't read. What the heck? If I take a closer look, there's nothing out of ordinary here, sir. Wait, a file? And there's a photo of Miss Von Kama in it, sir. It looks like a profile on Francisca. What? Why do they have it? Why did Mr. Hicks have documents on Francisca in his possession? Of course. That's a thing. Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? You have arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you are already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved governmental level international crime, but it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Oh, Interpol. Francisca came to this airport as an Interpol liaison. Ah, I see. Interpol is involved? It's a top secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Interesting. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir, I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious. Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you push it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without a special keycard. Both the door to the attendant's room and the elevator's control panels require a keycard, which makes it impossible for passengers to come down here. Okay. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only? Just what kind of operation is this airline running? For exorcism? What the heck? What the freak? I have to present something. The glass fragment, maybe? Oh, no. Oh, maybe I have to do the logic thing. Wait. Hello! Welcome! glass shards, broken glass. Maybe it is, I don't know. Yeah, I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lens. Ergo, the victim was here, just as expected. So you're saying that the real scenes of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Oh, is it? I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that a probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. So he is an Interpol. He is an Interpol. Now why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Kama, sir. Francisca said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Truth behind Hicks. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, did you? Nonsense! What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol agent Hicks. Is that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. Oh. He went undercover to investigate his crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expect to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we now have pretty definitive evidence. And that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue this investigation? No, unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see, but this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access a cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes, and then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are the testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit a patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell off his pocket, spilling his contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Nice. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Definitive evidence. If it was a crew member, only one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know that what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. Okay, let's go, everybody. might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal or even the captain. Yeah, I think the same. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand, much like Scruffy over here. Wait, but you can use autopilot function, right? I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well, then what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal? Huh, I thought you might ask about her. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here.
Hold it!
But it's highly likely that the key card was stolen from Mr. Nero. It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Nyang! Yes, well, while I don't have any evidence, Be quiet, you're a disgrace. This is more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know? It's not just a key card that gives her away. Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Ugo piggy bank? Yes, she's also the only person with a key to open that display case. Further, there's a matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank. Ooh, she added in. But that is a fake. Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth. You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is a real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as a murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? Oh my god, what should we do? The crime scene? But we did complete it though. I think we should examine the crime scene in more detail. We might turn up the murder weapon if we search all of the cargo and luggage. Did you think I hadn't thought of that? Even now we're searching through them. But we haven't found anything that even closely resembles a murder weapon. Ugh. Alright then. Piggy bank? The body. Francisca, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with a murder weapon? Scruffy! Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. We wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Yes, sir! Well, we've got a big problem, Miss Edgeworth, sir. What is it, Detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now! The doc said that it's one agent bruised from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back? From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back? Who was bitten over such a wide area? Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Miss Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Ooh. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, Was a wound on the victim's head consistent with a murder weapon, detective? Oh well, they said they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Yow! Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. What is all that racket? My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice. Finally, I think he gave... Hey, what are you? You have left me no choice but to use strong force. Ah! You won't get past me. Eh. This is... Wait, that's it. So, that's what this whole thing has been about. Further, there's... What? Further, there's no... Ah, okay. So he fell? After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. Weapon couldn't be found. Nobody could find anything that could be considered a real weapon in the... So he fell. He hit his head. It was an accident. The doc said that this one giant bruise from the beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Oh. Cause of death? Oh no? The pieces don't fit together quite right. What? Is this some like smuggling? Was on a trail. Is there some way for me to prove that this isn't a real murder weapon? It's okay, we have a lot to spare. No? Cause of death. Okay. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, when the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger. If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? Francisca! What? What do you want? I found it, Francisca. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you're really a prosecutor, then you back yourself up with the evidence. You two aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. It is a real murder weapon.
Take that!
I've concluded that... Oh no, it's not? That was practice just now for when I will show you the real murder weapon. Why don't we add practice whippings to your routine? I need to think about the circumstances of the victim's death in a different way. There's a wide bruise running from the victim's shoulder down to his mid-back. Maybe I should be focusing on what could cause such a large bruise in one strike? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. Wait, let me see if I have the evidence to show. I don't think I have the evidence to show though. No, I don't have the evidence to show. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Corporeal. Huh. Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Free fall. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back, and the only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? You just saw it, lady. As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs of a very cargo hold. What? Then... We're in trouble! We may have a second death on our hands, sirs! Hey, you! Tell me you aren't dead, Paul! Incorporeal can't be touched? I think so. Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances. The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? We would have been a Borginian pancake. He would have been a Borginian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there wouldn't still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. So there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there's no proof that it was always there. Ha! As if there could have been a window of time when the giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? What can I use to show her that? Yep. What is this again? Yeah, refuel. You refueled in the Republic of Zhengfa? Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. But that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at the time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Ah, it's level Zhengfa Express! Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Oh. Now, what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the flight. Meaning clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. Ah, but your theory is still far-fetched. Then allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Okay, you begin investigation. Let's go. Ah, it's the same thing? This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. A leaf red statue? Never heard of it. Nor I, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Then let's get investigating, sir. Oh, he was up there. Look here! Do not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Yeah, don't rush up on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Oh, sorry. Oh, cause of death? Man, I can't believe Mr. Hicks fell to his death. I never would have guessed in a million years. That is still only a hypothesis. However, the investigation should prove it to be true. Speaking of falling, I'm glad that Art guy is okay. He took quite the spill. Yes, it was lucky to have landed on top of that piece of cargo. Yeah, I can see it now. Passenger pays price for police follow-up. Did Prosecutor Edgeworth add fuel to the fire of the first murder with a second death? Yep, I'm willing to bet that it would make a front page. That's not funny, detective. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc? Of course this is mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. This Alif red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much, much more. Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been a large cargo hold. 10 million cents? I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many pockets of noodles that makes, detective. Darn, how'd you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Though I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Poor baby. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there's a chance that your cargo was related to our murder case. I was wondering if you were allowed to examine it a little bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there'll be no touching. It's the same. Too bad on Mr. Nero, but this is unmarketable. I'd buy one if it was cheaper, sir. Do you think they'd sell it to me as a discount? Oh, or why don't they sell them in the airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one and get one free. If you win the raffle, you get one more for free. How about those ideas, sir? I think if they did that, everyone would lose. If I may have a word with you, Francisca, I don't think you have time for the idle chatter. You still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is, in fact, reality. If you spot anything off, you come and tell me right away, okay, pal? Roger, sir! It's rather unusual for Gumshoe to be so directing. He must outrank this officer. If you run into any trouble, you just leave it up to me, okay? Yes, sir! Watch out, Detective Gumshoe! Ow! Scruffy, I think your ego is in need of some deflating. I was following in your footsteps, sir. I want to try patronizing my subordinates. Cruel and unforgiving to the detective, even in front of his own subordinates. Poor him. So, Mr. Hicks was actually an Interpol agent. That is so cool. I can't believe he was from an Interpol. The adventure, the glamour, and the miraculous big escape when you get caught by the enemy. Except in this case, there was no big escape and no miracle. Or all sorts of boxes are piled up here. then. Should I present him the photos? Aww. He wants me to pay him before you comment on this? No. He doesn't want us to investigate stuff. Good job, officer. Mr. LeBlanc is certainly not an easy person to hold back. No thanks necessary, sir. It's all part of the job. Even if he did eventually get by, well, I have a few things to ask him anyway, so it worked out in your favor this time. Thank you very much, sir. Next time, I'll be sure to not let anyone through, even if it takes my life in the process, sir. I appreciate the sentiment. However, we can't have people getting hurt in a job either. Okay. So I think we have to do something. We don't have any Oh. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Okay, let's go. Let's go. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc, I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Don't say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right there. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Saint LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us all at once. Oh. I can't read this. What does it say? It says, as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. Hello, welcome! This statue was bought on board in Europe just as it states in its certificate. No, which means that there never was a window of time in which a statue wasn't sitting here. There is though, because the Zhengfa Express is inside, right? I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see I'm right. This, I know I've seen this somewhere before. This is olive red. It gives off such a feeling of art, I can't practically smell it. This statue has a high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. Ah. I believe a closer look is warranted here. So this is an infamous olive red statue, huh? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find some? There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. So this is an olive red statue. I swear I've seen it somewhere before. No wonder this thing is worth 10 million cents. Look at how it sparkles, sir. I wouldn't call it sparkling, detective. Maybe more along the lines of duly shining. Are these eyes made of some sort of gem? That's a real nice shade of orange. For a sec, I couldn't even tell they were jewels. Oh, but they kind of remind me of the eyes of this stray cat that lives near my house. Are the eyes supposed to be this color? Is this possible? The statue is a fake? Yeah, it's supposed to be red, right? Because I remember... Yeah, the eye is red, see? What have we here? It said Zhengfa Express on the cloth, sir. I'm gonna take a guess and say that this delivery company is based in Zhengfa. Something is tugging on the corner of my mind, as though something is out of place. No, 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 no. Wrong spot. It's here. Here. It's a tourney investigation scam. I've been playing this too. Nice. You have good taste, Walker. Thank you for coming. Thank you. These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, and pretty, and they remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. No, I do? But it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in the field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets, focus detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Uh-huh. Ah! Sir, they're red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you want? Do you want to know do you not know I'm a busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The live red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you that you have my heartfelt sympathy, but what is that? Sympathy? For what? You see, I'd like to compare the eyes. That large fellow there has a very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about 2 of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why is someone yelling? Now then. Oh! There's a photo of a statue on display in the museum in Europe. Yeah! Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. Fake! I believe that even further examination will be required. Now that we have information that this is indeed a fake, there must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Jungfa. And I'll present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. What did we get? Here, right? What is out of place? Let me see. What is out of place? Document written Virginian proof of the statue. Prove the statue was loaded on board in Europe. Good morning, sorry I'm late, it's okay. LeBlanc's expression are amazing. Hello, welcome. I'm very sorry, my voice is so scuffed today. I'm a little bit sick and I've been using a lot of my voice lately, so let's see what is happening. Okay, wait. Can it take a Look at this. Oh! It's up there! Here. So this olive red is a fake. That art dealer isn't looking too happy about it either, sir. I'll get to the bottom of this for his sake as well as mine. Wait, what do you want to prove again? There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Jungfa. And I'll present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? I think so. We still have a lot of things. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's really suspicious looking, sir. My well-trained guard tell me so. I see. Well then, I must be mistaken. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, Edgy. I've been taking a lot of tries. The eyes? I did present the eyes. Let me know if you want the answer, but you're on the right track. I'm good, thank you. Jungfa. Wait. Here? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow, people. It was loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 at the transfer point. So if it was loaded, because it's inside, right? Because this thing is inside and this thing is outside. If this was loaded before, that means it has to be inside, not outside. Right? It would be easier for the people to take the stuff in by pushing the one that existed already to the inside to put something, to add something more into the plane, into the space. What did I present just now? I forgot. Did I present this one? In Europe. You're getting warm. Thank you. I'll try. It was loaded on board during the refueling between 4 and 5 at the transfer point. Something is tugging on the corner of my mind. As though something is out of place? Yeah, it is out of place. I feel like it's this one, but I'm not sure which evidence. Oh, okay. statue looks like it's stepping all over its neighbor's cloth closet. It kind of resembles its owner's attitude and... What did you say now? Further, my clothing Sam's is not being stepped on by anyone. It is too expensive for me to allow that to happen. Please forgive the trespasses of my subordinate. Why should I forgive if the dress passes? Unless it is an expensive dress, you keep it. There is clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Jungfa. There's no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Jungfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane has landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swab had occurred. At the time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that this statue was swished without his knowledge, which means there's someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. Oh. Ha 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 ha! I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all we had to do was hold the Jungfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in a cargo hold during the Europe-Jungfa leg of the trip, that would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer! Move the statue immediately. I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath, now. Miss Von Kaba, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the olive red statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. I see. There was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Nah, can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deduction were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? The cloth?
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Jungfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Jungfa? There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before we landed in Jungfa, then this becomes highly suspect. Recall Miss Neal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we report Jungfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but... That totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. I was wondering when I saw the statue in the photo that it might have been related to the case. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's always like that. It's always like that. March 12th, 3:35 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck, cargo hold. Miss Meal? Miss Meal? Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Jungfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Higgs was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible because Mr. Higgs was dead long before we ever touched down in Jungfa. Oh? Miss Cammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. Nah. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well, Miss Meal, if you please tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Meal's alibi. Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Okay. How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Mia, wake up! Oh! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Are you sure about that? No, yeah.
Hold it!
Miss Mia, wake up! I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant in this instant. Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? From 3 to 4, I was in a flight attendant.
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m. Yeah, but what kind of stuff's run by those stuff's run by Miss Rhoda? Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating and then having the most delicious dream. You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way. Sleeping's part of our job too, you know?
Hold it!
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! I'm awake. Youch, what did you whip me for, sir? Oh, what did I miss? Poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh well, I think contradictions just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Raise an objection. Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. Yep.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind to take a look at this receipt, Miss Mew. Huh? A receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tarnero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp, as you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Tarnero. Yes! Wait, why is she here? Is she here? Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you have her locked up by now. Sorry, I gotta go. I haven't been here long, but good luck finishing the case. This one is one of my favorite villain breakdowns. Thank you! Thank you so much for visiting me. Thank you, and have a good night. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Mr. Nero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal at the time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal? Huh? The bathroom? I'll be the one to ask a question here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know? Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Reason for suspicion. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew, but you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shops, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Miss Tarnero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind, but you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. But say I was an attendant, you wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
Hold it!
She is already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten? Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, a killer? Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the attendant's room. But that doesn't count. Oh, but I spent so much time in there. It might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth's Cammy is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borginian, she is the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. She's fluent in Borginian? Then I suppose you're in charge of processing the documents in Borginian? Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Virginian. Very interesting. If you ask me, that makes you suspicious. Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes. Huh, but why? While Mr. Nero is busy with the passengers and all her other duties, you have a lot of free times on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. But I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight. Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth, although, well... All I'm in charge of are the attendant's room and some Virginian stuff.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do in the one charge of some Virginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things from and into Virginian. Cam is the only member of the crew who understands Virginian, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Meal, I take it that it is your job to process all the Virginian paperwork? Yeah, see, I totally pull my weight around here. So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work and... Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. It's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus. There you go, pushing everything onto her again. I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh? The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Okay, I think we should... Present.
Objection!
The document. So you're the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian. Is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe the Mr. LeBlanc statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you! Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really? All you did was sign it? I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. But suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding smuggling ring. And just when it was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is a smuggling ring member? After all, like me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. So perhaps there's some element of setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, it was talking about you. I wasn't talking about you, I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Tarnero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her, and this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves the killer was out to frame Miss Tarnero from the very beginning.
Take that!
Oh no? Are you sleep presenting or something, Mr. Edgeworth? No, as you can plainly see, I am wide awake. Ha ha ha, then I'm afraid you failed. You were making so little sense that I thought maybe you were asleep. Yeah, I talk about Dr. Sleepy, Miss Hyde's transformation. This is it? But wasn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? I need to stay calm, think carefully, and then present the condemning evidence. Okay, let's see. Oh, this!
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose a suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to prove the body from the lower deck to the first floor? However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way of those actions makes sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Mr. Nero for the murder. Mr. Nero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Fortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. That wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase, ergo they made do with whoever was at hand adapted their plan. And tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in an in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstances? What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Where the murder took place. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So, no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Mr. Nero or myself, but you, Miss Cammy Meal. Only you and you alone could be the killer. Yeah, and... Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Nya! I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Oh my god. Which one? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. Here?
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for the phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me. That's right. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Ha ha ha, come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Agent Hicks' phone is ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, detective. Now, where is it coming from? It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. We'd better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir. March 12, 4:12 p.m. Flight G390, first floor, flight attendant's room. The ringing's coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. It doesn't seem like the phone got mixed in with the items it is lost and found by. Well, it's not like the victim would have just dropped it somewhere, right, sir? It doesn't seem to be over here. Then let's look somewhere else, sir. I wonder if it might be inside the suitcase. I don't hear any sound coming from the inside, sir. I don't suppose the culprit would have been so dumb as to try some same trick twice. Okay, I just knew it. Coming from in here? What? No, it can't be. It's gotta be the victim's cell phone. Just whose locker is this, sir? It's Mr. Nero's. What? March 12, 4:28 p.m. Flight G390 lower deck cargo hold. So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in a flight attendant's room, in Miss Tanero's locker. What? But, Rhoda Tanero, I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. Miss Fawn, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tanero right away. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed a cell phone in Mr. Nero's locker at the same time. That is related to the keycard, all right? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. Yeah. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. Objection! Hello! Is it possible that Mew put in there? Possibly. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one word we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francisco's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. The LCD is broken. Without a screen, you can't even place a call with this. Is it the camera? Ah, it's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of smuggling? Francisca, I need you to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about the kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own, and mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in there for killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. Yeah, I'll find a way, don't you worry about that. May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
Oh, now I'm yawning too. Oh, no. The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Francisca, your phone, if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey! The olive red's nowhere in this pic, sir. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in his murder case, right? Ouch, she's right. There's not much we can find out from this about Agent Hicks's killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? No! The bag! The bag's still here, though. The fact that all the suitcases are here in the photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is so odd about the suitcases that haven't been used yet being there? Yes, well, it was only pointing out things that are different between now and then. Your off-topic ramblings have put this attendant to sleep yet again, Miles Edgeworth. Yeah. I'll give Sleepyhead here a rude awakening, a deafening objection, and a contradiction. What's all this? Oh! They're a cargo ship from Virginia to Jungfa. So, the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Jungfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Virginian. It says, it is cloth in English. Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer... What for is that scary face? Miss Meal. Yes? It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Huh. Maybe you should enforce your mistaken reading of simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Virginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. What? Which one? Loaded on board during the refueling. The Virginian. Hello, welcome! Welcome, the Virginian cargo and this piece of evidence. Point us straight to the killer. What the heck? Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. And this piece of evidence will... What did he leave us? The Borginian cargo. I don't understand this. Wait, let me... And this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Bloodied cloth. No, the bloodied cloth is what the killer. Let me see. The Borginian cargo on this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. The bloodied cloth is I'm thinking is not what is not what Agent Hicks left us. So I'm thinking a striking piece will point out who the killer is. The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Yeah, maybe the bloody cloth, I don't know. It is? And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. Oh, okay, I know now. It's because the cloth in the it was in the box, one of the boxes of the Borginian cargo, and so that means the murder took place when the boxes of cloth are still there, yeah. But there was one thing that bothered me with this whole time, where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Jungfa had cloth written on it, in Borginian that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece from to clean up the blood with. That's right, the killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Neal. Ha! That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Objection!
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then. Logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Bed sheets.
Take that!
Hey! It says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely, and the bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were a criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was his cargo hold. So they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets has been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color. Of course the killer knew it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Jungfa. That's right, that is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Cammy Meal. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Jungfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. Grrr. So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess your crime here now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from your investigation in Jungfa? Oh my god, the reaction! He was in the pool. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started talking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I March 12, 5:26 p.m. Flight G390, first floor, lounge. We've finished making all arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Edgeworth! I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token, as my appreciation. That's... I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at Goyo Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go. I can't believe we wound down investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, it was fun. Speak of yourself, my day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca? Oh, she's filling out some custom paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Fanname is always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective? Can you cancel the car I had you reserved earlier? You got it, sir! March 12, 5:47 p.m., Hope Springs Airport. Francisca. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscence. Just who do you think I am? You're Francisca Fanname, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing parrot. A dancing Pierrot living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father, Manfred Fanname, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one silver in the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry, I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case. Oh, another agent? He's a star among Interpol agents and has a highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose, but I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You understand soon enough. The flight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness it can finally rest easy knowing I wouldn't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for your help and cooperation. Ah, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. Ho ho. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Just how much did you cut the salary by, Francisca? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I will even fly down the road in a patrol car if you want. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisca Fanname, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of the ring had already put that trump card into play, and the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Huh? Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally, I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Amano Ernest? I think I've... Wait. Let me check. Let me check. Wait. Ernest... Amano... I think... Yeah! Yeah, I think I've... Yum. Yeah, I think... Yeah, he's an old friend of Fanname. Yeah, we have fought with him before. I think. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Kidnap turnabout. Should we start it? Yeah, I'll start it. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna start. Just for like, just a little while for us to be able to see what's happening. Episode 3, the kidnap turnabout. March 13. Oh my god, it's like the next day. Edgy, it's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every moment with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now, make sure you don't lose sight of me. Oh, you can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'll be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I'll be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. What? Why would you do it, though? Oh, with the suitcase! Let's see, I checked that the money is all there, safe inside the suitcase. All I have to do is await further instruction from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is a meeting place after all. Welcome to Gate Waterland. Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. We'll have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're not Ernest Armando! It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I am a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring me the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. Ooh. The haunted house? That looks really cool. I want to go in there. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go, now. Nah. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on his house until police backup arrives. Oh no! This is so scary! Ah! It was a trap! March 13, 11:23 a.m. That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split police. Alright. In front of meet up. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Wow. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like this. Like it is now when I made the drop off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano group. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of attitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Nyah! Ha ha ha! Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there? And how dare you laugh at the gentleman's plight? Oh my goodness, what the heck? Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way! I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. She's cute. Ah, I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I'm the great thief, Yatakarasu. Great thief? And did she really just claim to be the Yatakarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay, okay? Good, glad to settle. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind to remove these robes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Yep. You call yourself a great thief, yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I'm the real genuine Yatakarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me yet. When you say you are the Yatakarasu, you mean you are the Yatakarasu? Yep! The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as a second Yatakarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it! There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatakarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing, and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing? And what would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there's one thing we agree on. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. So, you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess not. I'm Miles Edwards. Now I remember. How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. Alright, then Mr. Edwards, let's get out of here. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way, I don't hear you, la la la. Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be the only way out of this room. Whoops, slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can find another way out. Okay. Wait. Sorry, my friend texted me. Yum. Okay, isolation room. Let's go. What should we do? Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a pink badger costume. Pink badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you better study up on the whole badger clan with this. What? You have a clan? What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all things you ever need to know about the clan. Whatever. I suppose it can keep as a reference guide or something? What is it? Boo Badger, an ally of justice who keeps the peace. Proto Badger, the very first Badger. Bad Badger, a vile criminal with a gun. Pink Badger, knows her unique pink what? Unique pink bow. Okay, I suppose it means that this is where they keep all the costumes? It certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. Where there are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty. Which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these badgers a mascot of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring with this theme park. Probably because the Gatewater Group owes the police from all the cases they solved. They have all the power of the state and they use it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park. They have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest... Okay. Key. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, I don't mind if I do. Oh, I see. Yes, it is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. The something is what is relevant to my interests. Look, it's a blue badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis. What in the... Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. There's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around his park. Better be careful, or he's going to arrest me by the power of this name alone. I somehow doubt that the blue badger has the power to arrest anyone. So this is the blue badger's rival, the bad badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence towards his badger, Kay? Huh, I can't believe you would be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it. I've decided that thieves in theory need an image makeover. Good luck with that. Good luck with that one. This is that blue badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not the blue badger. He's based off the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the blue badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we have evolved. Are we comparing the blue badger to humans now? I suppose this is a pink badger? But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink, yes, and her lips are red, see? Lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon? Or is that too obvious? I can't? Okay. Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the audio intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. But we do have a way right here. Ah, there was a cell phone there this whole time. If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe would have contacted the prison for backup by now. Miss Agri, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... Ah! What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shilong. Shilong Lang of Interpol? A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime. A crime's a crime, whether it's on a local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in the world of trouble. And why do you say that? Langchu say... Langchu? Who's that? The pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. Ugh. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go to it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do to catch a kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you, eventually. You. What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get over here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. Like a Robin Hood of Japan, yeah, Yataguro is really... Yep. Proto Badger looks like a ghost. If we put our heads together, we're sure to find a way out. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally. You didn't know? Plus, it's not just a Blue Badger in this whole family, too. What the heck? Take picture of every member of the Badger family and receive a prize as only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. Best of luck. Ah. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head. We're sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in a haunted house. Seriously? But somehow, I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of one costumed ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Okay, there's only one of each badger in the park. Try to get the whole badger. Okay. But there are 2 of each here, though. The costume. Like the box of costume. Man, why did they have to put the window so high up anyway? How did a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we are able to climb on top of these lockers. Ha, that's pretty clever. You make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever make my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see. I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Huh? Man, why do they have to make such ginormous ginormous blah 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 lockers anyway? Wait. Wait. Sorry. Emergency! I have emergency stuff going on here. Why they... Even if we wanted to use those lockers, we need some sort of foothold, okay? So you have a lot of foothold here, though. Do it then. Oh my god, really? Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters, and who pretzel would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out color smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, that may not be great for me, seeing I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Okay. What is this? Looks like the bad badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess a Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? What is this? This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this. Good thinking, and if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks. This little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck. Count on it. The great detective Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and take to the sky. Here I go. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. The hook on the beam, but it's not enough for the foothold to climb up with, okay? What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know? The kidnapping? Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall that the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess, but it was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seemed as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the $1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers were in from there. Oh, okay. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had escaped the tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome! They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. Oh. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. There's a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped up floor panel in place. Which reminds me, did you find something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here. Okay. So how then? I have the key though. Oh, it's correct. I didn't think it was. This hook on this beam. You know I already tried, and there's no way you can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's not possible. I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up, which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it! We didn't notice its existence all the time because it was being hidden by this tarp. Alright then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Now this is what I call a treasure. Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. All right. This thing is locked down tight. Okay then. Ow, fiddlesticks! Okay then, so we just put the key in it. I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use a tiny key that you have taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha! Just leave it to me! I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. Alright, I got the secret door open, and now... Wait! Wah! Are you alright, Kay? I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's alright. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened! You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way! I mean, how was I supposed to know that the ladder is removable? Oh, okay. Yeah, just take the ladder. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless action were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. Never mind, it's your business. An underground ladder, what about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see, we use this. Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well then, what are we waiting for? Nice, okay. Alright, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spend entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers who held me hostage, and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to surrounding end. March 13, 12:11 p.m. Wild Wild West area. Oh. It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness, you have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth! I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? 99! Shifu! All 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Shifu? What the heck is going on? Hey, what the heck? Oh, what the heck do you think you're doing counting my cups off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? Oh my god, and everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu! Shifu! You are Agent Lang, I take it? You infidel! How dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Grr! Langju says, A cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So, don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. You all see that just now? That is a proper way for two people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhengfa. Apparently, this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Ha, but you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you to say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of this master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is what I had been there. That if I'd been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Acme Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me. So now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In this case, you should understand how I feel, as a kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in this investigation. Ooh, that's news. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? You dare to mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do you feel such intense loathing emanating from him? Oh. Alright, men! Good job on the perimeter around Gatewater Land. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed! But they're so loud, what the heck? The kidnapper wouldn't be here anymore. Unless he is the kidnapper himself. You know? Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? But wait. Mr. Edgeworth, it's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here and completely out of the blue like that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Hello! Welcome! Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Oh no, thank you for the subscription. Oh, Bimaki, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for 5 months in a row. Thank you so much. Thank you. For losing... Sir, I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. I shall prepare the 21-gun salute now or later. Detective, are you sure it was a precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I should know the number of my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead, with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made a call, that wolfman showed out of nowhere, sir. Show up out of nowhere. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda, so the question is, what is he after? From the series that I've watched the prosecutor and police oftenly butt-headed. Yeah, of course. It's like a lawyer and a prosecutor. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean? I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Keep her there. What? Funny, I don't recall making my assistant gay. Yes, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me. It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say that something so serious with a giant grin on your face, Val? Mr. Edgeworth, we've got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on, it'll be fun, like musical chairs. You better stay fast on your feet. No way! I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Okay. Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So, what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question, since Asian Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now. This makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go. But you're self-purported great thieves, are you not? Don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. What is this one and only one thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. Wait. Okay, there was a vigilante who threw the business world into panic. Wait. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find the publicly disclosed evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once the target was chosen, the dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with a mark of three-legged rabbit. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor of the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Wow! Mr. Amano? Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after your return. For you, Mr. Amano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. For if it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No. Think nothing of it. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I just, a lot of things happening. I've been doing a lot of stuff and some urgent stuff that I really have to reply right away came up. I'm so sorry. I struggle a little, but I'm fine. I'm good now. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. Wah! Aqua, my baby! Hello! Welcome everybody, Aqua Ray. Hello! Welcome! Wait, do I do this? I'm doing on my, what is this? Do I do this? Yes! Okay, I shouted out. Okay. Thank you for the follow and thank you. Welcome, everybody from my baby Aqua, my baby. I love my best Aqua, my bestie Aqua. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you everybody and welcome. My name is Kinari Hoku and I'm from Polygon Project, Thailand. I stream on Twitch twice a week in English and I play games. I love Ace Attorney. It's my bae. I love puzzle games. I love investigation games. I love indie games. And I will be playing on here. I also stream on YouTube if you would love to go follow me. I stream in Thai mostly, but if I know that there are, international watchers in my chat, I can speak English to you as well. But yeah, welcome everybody, and very nice to meet you. Thank you for the follow. I'm baby, yes, I'm baby, and I'm your baby too. We are both babies, and I love to be baby. I saw you playing Ace Attorney, and I had to raid Ace Attorney forever. Ace Attorney forever! Woohoo! Yay! My voice is very, very bad, very hoarse today. I'm so sorry. I've been kind of sick. The air here is not very good, and the opposite. At the opposite, there's some construction going on. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, Hoku, do you have any construction going on around your area? And I'm like, yes. So my throat is very, very itchy, but I'm good. I don't have any cold. I mean, I don't have any fever or anything, but yeah, my voice is affected. So I'm very sorry if I seem like very, very sick to you guys. Thank you. I really hope I can feel better soon too. I really want to go back to singing. And thank you for the raid. Thank you everybody. Thank you for the follow as well. Stay safe. Thank you. So who's the old man? He's the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amanu, Ernest Amanu. Now then, have you found Lance yet? Miles, please, I miss my poor boy Chili. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amanu. Well, hold on there. Well, what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Amanu. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver come the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy! I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Amanu. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation, but not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you notice of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yeah, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along well with Lance, so I thought maybe you could know where my son is. Mr. Amano, you could please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave? What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver G-Con sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe! Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, to lead this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I dig Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Armano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped. Which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. Alright, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Okay. Let's see. So, what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area. But the culprits were here until only recently. Which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Oh, hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off, I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile. Our precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No, wait. I'm not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! Boy, I've got this a job for someone like you. That was exciting. Okay, what? Can you tell them already to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on. If I only get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know? Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. Huh, you're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices, it's already gone. That's a Yatakarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Well, you've been with Gumshoe for a while. Wow! Hello! Welcome! Thank you for the follow! Poor Gumshoe once again. Gumshoe is always the target. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it the one of those things you tie horses to? Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment. Oh, and here I was hoping I would get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur? What is that? Is the only way to describe your logic. Non sequitur.
Non sequitur.
Non sequitur. A conclusion or statement that does not logically follow from the previous argument or statement. Ah, non sequitur. Oh, I learn something new every day. That is kind of nice. Okay. Excuse me, but if you could just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's order. I suppose I'll have to deal with this impasse for now. classy. Ha! I've got you now, you vile criminals. I think the kidnappers would have better sense than try to hiding in these. Oh, come on, lighten up, will ya? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals would be hiding there right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. Hey, there's a bunch of footprints in the mud over there. I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there. Yep, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground is already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful it left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it would be that easy. Why not? Look more carefully. Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. And we don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. If only we knew, it would be better to grab. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's Kitty! It's Kitty. Kitty cat. It doesn't let me. If these were real, I wonder what you put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under a blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really like the strain chase. Look who's making fun of them now. It's always like that. Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gate Waterland from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far to even donate a cactus to this place. So, is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. Horses are painted on his garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure, come on. I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kate. Oh no. Wrong button. Okay. It's a blue badger! Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Aha! Oh, this officer! You've uncovered my identity, sir! It was remain under the head, sir! I don't remember the name. Aren't you Officer Meekins? Oh, yeah, Meekins. Sir! Mike Meekins! Reporting for duty, sir. This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir! Because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger. And I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. Meekins so nostalgic, yeah. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers has escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already, and I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir! That's because, sir! I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of kidnappers, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. Okay. How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir! For about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekin saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I must tell you I didn't see a thing. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it too. I patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I didn't see a badger, sir. A lone blue badger. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekin's testimony contradicts. Okay. A lone blue badger. No, you cannot be a lone blue badger. Wait, I haven't seen a suspicious, but I did see a badger. No, there's only one. Yeah, there's only one of each. Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir. If that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor, this little patrolman will wait as long as I am commanded to wait. You said that you saw a blue badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the blue badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another blue badger wandering the premises. That was cute! What, sir? Wait. what would mean that there are 2 blue badgers walking around, but why? Okay. I'm sorry. Let's see. So he is... I think I have to do the logic thing. Second blue badge. Ooh, maybe it's a blue badger. Oh, well. Costumes. Maybe it's related because I see there are 2 boxes. Yeah. A second blue badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know, it's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are... a blue badger, a proto badger, a bad badger, and those 3. There are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Now we know what kind of shoes they wear. Yep. Now that we know that the kidnappers were wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Okay. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. They can't make heads or tail where it's headed or for where. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Oh, it's this guy. Huh? Quick, Miss Edgeworth! I've got him! I've got one of the culprits! No! I'm not a kidnapper, sir! Down, Kay. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins. Our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha, maybe they come over to this garage for something? That what I would suppose, Officer Meekins, if you would step aside for a moment. We need to examine the garage. Sir! Roger Wilco, sir! Oh. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe you'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Let's go. Wah! What in the... Seem to have stumbled across a dead body. She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Mr. Amano, you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnappers' footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Oh. From my cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Preliminary findings data jotted down in my organizer. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising that one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest, okay? Let's go. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done on the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see if I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice, I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scene. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. This is an unusually shaped pendant. What is it? Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it and it's pretty, really pretty. Hold on, this made of platinum silver. Nice, it is worth something after all. Ooh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Devoray. It's a name. Colin Devoray? But this man's name is... Oh no, there's nothing. There's nothing here, there's nothing here. Okay, I think because we can deduce it. Let's see. Is it the name that we have the problem about? Oh, I can't present profile. I see. Okay. Let me see. Stadium, haunted house, Wild Wild West, main gate. I really want to go to the haunted house though. It looks kind of cool. Okay, what should I be deducing about? The wound? Wait, what do I have? Following a kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in the costume? Costume separate into head and body. This head was left in the isolation room. Huh. The head?
Eureka!
This piece of evidence alone solves its whole case. No. Really? You think so? Because to be honest, I don't really see how it solves anything. You must be confused jumping from a kidnapping to a murder. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's okay, baby. It's okay. What should I do with it? This horse? I don't really have a lot of evidence here, but I'm not sure what to deduce. The victim is Oliver Deacon. Or is it Oliver Deacon?
Eureka!
Nope. What is it? There are only two spots that I can check. Can I go that way? No. What can I deduce? Wait, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Aha, so that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks, it would mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. Three treads, I think we can also safely assume is a special type of car. Ooh, so it's this car then. What a peculiar car. Yeah, from the look of it, it must be the blue Badger Mobile. And it has 3 tires, so maybe it left those tire tracks behind. That's simply not possible. Huh? Why? Take a look at the tires. There's no mud stuck to them. Therefore, it must have been here since before it started to rain. Oh, gotcha! Good eye! It's a shame I don't see any other clues around. What should I deduce? Do I need more evidence? Ooh, did you know I really love this kind of chair? The way it rocks back and forth. When I grow old, I plan to sit in one of these and rock the day away every day. But you don't have to wait, Mr. Edgeworth. You're at just the right age for one. Do I really project myself as someone of that age? Mr. Amano, this body, yes, that's my butler, Oliver. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? What should I do with this? Have you had your lunch yet? Not yet. I'm gonna end this stream and gonna go have lunch. Don't forget to have lunch, okay? Don't forget to lunch. In this bus, I'm not gonna... Nah, I'm not sure. Victim Oliver Deacon, age 50, time of death pending autopsy. Preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Entry point, lower right abdomen, gun exit point, right shoulder. Despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the side where the body was found. Okay. Take a picture of every member. There's only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. What to deduce? I don't know, I'm not sure about this. This is like the very first time I feel like I have to save. I don't know, what is happening? 2 gunshot wounds. Yeah, it's not. Wait, let me see. This crime scene seems a bit too clean for the murder where the bullet went clean through. I don't know. What should I be deducing? I can only examine 2 places, but I don't know what I should be doing. What should I be deducing? The horse. Oliver Deacon. Yeah, I haven't talked to her yet. Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know about anything about the victim, so actually I was hoping you could tell me. That's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of Amano Group, Mr. Ernest Amano. His only son Lance had been kidnapped, and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied to a pole screaming, "No! Can you please drop that already?" It appears that this case has taken a turn for the unexpected. I'll say, I was shocked to open the shutter and find a dead body inside. I suppose most people would be, since the average person rarely runs across a corpse. Wait, you just compared me to a normal person in you? I'll have you know that I am sorry. I suppose I should have recognized that you are a thief, correct? No, I'm a great thief! And a great thief is not surprised by anything, got it? Apparently, with great thievery comes great loss of short-term memory. you can't present anything. Meekins. He's not talking. But I don't know what to deduce. What should I be deducing? Horse in the pic of the incident? I think I did that, right? Did I do that already? I think I did that.
Eureka!
Oh! I haven't done that? I thought I did that. I mean, I thought of it and I thought I did that. My memory, poo-poo. I'm sorry. I thought I did that and it was wrong. Thank you. Under the corpse is a pink badger. Deduce that to the left badger. No, I can't. I can only deduce the thing that I can examine. That's the thing. There's something not right about the name on the pendant. The victim is the Amano family butler and his name is Oliver Ticon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Devoray. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Nice. Lance! Where are you, sweetie? Excuse me, but you are... Oh, this is bad. He is really good looking. Stop it, Lauren! You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him you're in love with. Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pulps. His girlfriend? Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. Haha, you know that she reminds me of a cartoon character. Nah. May I inquire as to why you're here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance! I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. My men brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Lang. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash?
Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? I leave the kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Heck, too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn I uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it! Ha 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 ha, you amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Langchi says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. All right, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my lines of logic. Oh, okay. Shilong Lang's...
His name, I just can't.
Shilong Lang's logic. Okay. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance. But even you figure that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of the law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning? Solid as a rock. It's based on a philosophy of detainment. What's his philosophy of detainment? You don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me on my path. And as for the detainment philosophy, his father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ju. You'd think I'd heard of him in these teachings if he is that famous. Lang Ju developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Qilong Lang.
Hold it!
So, what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little what you figured out, correct? I can say it was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that out, right? Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion.
Not so fast!
Hey, don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Langju says search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get... Okay.
Hold it!
It would appear you have studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study when every child on any street corner already knows? Is that... Sheena! The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information.
Hold
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to, I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh? Other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. But you have yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey, yo, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What'd you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir, I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? Ha 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 ha. In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside the garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Len? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny.
Hold it!
Oh, that was news, I'm sorry. You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in the garage? From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I'd say it's pretty obvious that this is a crime scene. Langju says a criminal always returns to the scene of a crime. Hey, finally a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Langju says, successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over millenniums, so this is a kind of conclusion philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself in the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you? I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. It's not the garage though.
Objection!
The crime scene is not the garage. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Ayya! He's definitely Asian. That time I think the profile can use an deduction, but it's not so if we can use a name I think of the pig. Yeah, but I thought I did it because I did it once already and it was wrong. So I forgot what I did use, but it's okay. So you did notice that there was too little blood? Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed a murder here? Uncle Roger, yeah. Because this isn't a crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Grr. Ha. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that Officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Send me the way you did earlier, please, sir. Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too! Meekins' testimony. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. Okay. What is this blue badger mobile? It's a moving store on a wheel that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. The blue badger mobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir.
Let's go.
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. It must be the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first, I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what do you expect when you're dressed like Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at the point, sir. So, I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile.
Hold it!
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you have never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocence drops. The bitterness found only the nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along is my sworn duty, ma'am.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. You're absolutely right. Wow, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crew, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir.
Hold it!
How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of the sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks, and before I knew it, the good old drop kick, I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir, that's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. It sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there's one flaw in Officer Megan's story, but I have the feeling that he would need some prodding before he'll spill the beans.
Objection!
It's in the Wild Wild West area, so if you wanna drive it, you have to come here first. Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir, I'm lying, sir. Yes, you are. If you were really out here selling dreams with a Blue Badger mobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Actually, I had just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized it, the Blue Badger mobile was nowhere to be found, sir, which would mean it was perhaps stolen? And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about this story? The car getting stolen is completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used already to move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you use a Blue Badger mobile to transport it all the way here. Now then,
and you're coming with me. But it wasn't me, sir, the killer! Sir, it wasn't me, sir! Asian Lang, wait! What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth, schmoosh. I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch a crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and we take him in. That's the job of your prosecutors and your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have the kind of time to waste. You're boorish buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy, and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey, now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight if you don't. I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. He is incredible. He is unbelievable. In so many ways. Okay, so I think we're done here. Wow, it's almost 2. It's almost 2 already. So we're done here. We're just gonna stop it here for now, and I'll see you later. Next week we'll continue this. I don't think we'll be able to finish it in like 2 streams, maybe 2 streams. Maybe we can finish in the next 2 streams for this one. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Oh, พี่ก้องขา Aw, thank you so much for staying with me for the whole stream. I know I've been such a bad streamer today because I have a lot of urgent stuff coming, and I went quiet a lot. I kept on, you know, feeding you how do you call it? Dead air? Yeah, dead air moments. But, you know, I really hope you enjoy the game, and I really love that you love the game. I really love you. That you love this game for me as well. So yeah, thank you so much for supporting me, Vikong. I love you so much. And please don't forget to drink a lot of water, and, you know, take care of yourself, eat good food, and I will be cheering you on whatever you be doing, your business that you told me to do. Thank you so much. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you Aqua for the raid as well. Thank you for all the follow. Thank you for all the subs. I'm very, very grateful that all of you are with me here today. And I'll be seeing you next week. I'll put up my schedule later on here. I didn't put it up this week because I forgot, and I just came back from Japan, and it was hectic. I have to do a lot of stuff, and I simply forgot. I just can't, you know, apologize enough. But I'll try to not forget anything again. But for this game, of course, I'm not forgetting it because I really want to finish this as well. So yeah, thank you everybody for staying with me. And let's see who to raid. What should I do? Let me go back to my computer first because I'm streaming on my PS5 right now. So I'm going back to my computer. It may be a little rough in the voice because I'm taking my microphone with me. Okay, have a good lunch. Thank you, you too. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Who to raid, who to raid, who to raid, who to raid. Oh. Ooh, Sweeky Chiona. Ooh, this girl was streaming. Nice, okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna raid this girl. Her name is Squeaky Chiona. I think she's Chiona. So, be nice to her, okay? she's playing Yakuza right now, and I really love this game as well. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for coming, and I will see you later. I have a stream tonight on YouTube as well, so if you have the time, please come and chat, okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Karaoke over and out. Ciao.